I'm going to do an insight video today, and I've woken up this morning and I've just been sort of like connecting into source energy, sort of like source consciousness. And I've been thinking about like transformation this morning, and I've been thinking about sort of living in vibration, living in frequency, and this is source living. And this is the shift from sort of like third dimensional reality to fifth dimensional reality. When you start to live in vibration, you transform. And again, it's very much around sort of like the eternal moment, like the infinite self. It's very much around sort of like seeing yourself as a vibration, seeing yourself as a frequency, and then sort of like creating and manifesting what's needed, or what you want to create. And it's starting to sort of like live in sort of like the infinite. It's sort of like it's moving from like limitation into sort of the unlimited potential, which is source energy. And this is very much around what transformation's about. It's about sort of like transforming and shifting and changing and dissolving and releasing, and then sort of like opening. It's very much around sort of the fifth dimension is sort of like very much around being this open channel into the infinite flow of the untapped sort of like infinite sort of flow of source energy and source vibration. And all of this connects into the eternal moment, the infinite self, and also the source creator. uh, this time is very much around that, and living in vibration is very different to what we've done before, because living in vibration and frequency is living in oneness, it's living in the eternal moment. And again, it's vibration and frequency is the tool of creation. It sends out like a vibration, it sends out this frequency that starts to create, and also you start to then, it's the awareness that you as this being of source energy can actually create and manifest in this eternal moment. And what you do is you sort of like you create a vibration, and the vibration and frequencies can happen, can work on many levels. They can be like talking about sort of like vibration and frequency. You could vibrate with wisdom, you could vibrate with confidence, you could vibrate with love, you could vibrate with peace, you can vibrate with many different things. But the sort of the real sort of like key to it is starting to live within that vibration and create it and manifest it. So it's about sort of like walking. Again, it very much relates to the I am presence. The I am presence is very much around vibration. The I am presence is a self-fulfilled sort of mantra that you're creating this vibration of what you want to be, how you want to sort of how your presence um, how you want your presence to be within your reality, within your life. And again, this is very much being, this is around awareness. And the fifth dimensional sort of the fifth dimension reality works on this. The fifth dimension reality is the manifestation, the creation of vibration and frequency from your source energy, your source vibration, and then expressing it within the from your internal reality to the external reality to create that reality to manifest it. And again, this is the law of attraction. And living in frequency can happen on like an infinite level, or it can happen on like an individual level. And it's also the knowledge and the understanding that um, through sort of like learning to start to create vibration on an individual level, you then can express it on an infinite level. And it's very much around sort of like this. It to me is everything about this time is very much around the infinite and the untapped, the infinite sort of vibration and the infinite flow of energy. That there is no limitation. It's about living beyond limitation. It's about living in the infinite, and this is what this time's about. And this is very much what I feel. Um, so like we we walk around in limitation in many ways. Like we walk around and we look at the external reality, and we always feel like we need, in a sense, we need more. Like in a sense, limitation. It could be related to like our financial situation. It could be like related to our jobs, our careers, our relationships. So all those kind of things can be very much around vibration. They're all vibrations, but they're also like they're around like a limitation. when when you live in sort of like the untapped potential and the untapped infinite, you live as if you have this infinite source of energy that's always flowing into your reality. It's like feeling like abundance is everywhere. Abundance is in every moment, in every second, and it's there. And all you have to do is just be in flow with it, in tune with it. When you start to really feel like abundance is there, it's like it. I don't want to sort of like go to financial, but it's like a lot of people think, oh, I'd love to be sort of like a millionaire in a sense, so that you feel that you have no problems, no issues with, like, because we live in a very monetary system. But when you're talking about vibration and frequency and the infinite, you feel like you have that infinite sort of resource of like opportunities and choices all the time, because you're living it in an untapped potential. You're living in like feeling like you're a millionaire in every second, in every so that there is no limitations. And I don't want to use like money in that way, because I feel it's very much beyond that. I'm just trying to put it in like in trying sort of like to, you know what I mean? It's like somebody that would say that they've got this infinite like resource of money, feel like they in the 3D reality feel like they have choices they make. They can make choices for their life in every way, in every second, because they don't feel there's any limitation, because they don't feel limited by their resources. And that's why I'm using a millionaire sort of like concept. It's like it. I'm trying to make sort of show that, you know, there is no limitation, that you have limited resources. And this is what I'm trying to talk about, in an untapped potential, in an untapped way, that we're very much, when we connect to the infinite and we connect to the resource of abundance, you live your life with an untapped resource, that you've got this untapped source energy of creation and manifestation. So I'm trying to put it in a way that makes sense to people without going too sort of, when you start talking about sort of like this untapped potential, I'm trying to put it in a way that's very sort of like makes sense to people. And that's why I'm using this kind of concept of, you know, a millionaire that, you know, has these, you know, if you've got that kind of sort of resource of that infinite sort of money, you feel like you have lots of choices. You have lots of like this untapped resource that you can do what you want and make choices. And I feel this is where we need to be within our vibration and our frequency, that knowing that through the fifth dimension of reality and the fifth dimension of consciousness, there's an untapped resource, and there's this infinite resource that's always flowing into our reality and into our awareness. And all we have to do is start to learn in vibration, that in any moment, in any second, in the eternal moment, in the oneness vibration, you can make choices to be whatever vibration, whatever frequency you choose, whether it's on an individual level or it's on an infinite level. So it's, you know, what you're choosing through your vibration is what's creating and manifesting, and it's being attracted within your reality through the law of attraction. And again, this is why I'm talking about this, to try and get us out of this this consciousness or this awareness of limitation. A lot of our lives don't sort of like, we don't feel like we're creating and manifesting because we feel there's limitation. And this is the shift from the 3D reality, the external reality, the 5D reality. The 5D reality is this infinite untapped resource of flow of energy that's always flowing into our reality. To know that you all you have to do is live within that moment of knowing that you have an untapped resource that are available to in your reality, within your vibration. And then what you start to do is you start to see within the moment, within the eternal moment, there's infinite choices, there's infinite vibrations and frequencies that you can create. There's an untapped resource of awareness, consciousness and wisdom that you can connect to. And all you have to do is be open. You'd have to be open to the flow, the infinite flow of the infinite source energy of flowing into your reality, within your vibration. And the more you become this open channel, the more you see that untapped resource. And it's about us starting to live in that. And that's why I'm saying about transformation through living through vibration and frequency. It's so important in this time that you transform. And transformation is happening to all of us. I feel this is something that's happening. You know, when we talk about the universal law of rhythm, it talks about cycles, and this is a cycles of expansion and growth and change, and they're all happening for many of us at the moment. And all we have to start to do is once again connect into it. And again, when I'm talking about this, I'm not seeing a white diamond today, but I'm seeing a gold diamond. And like the gold diamond comes down and goes around me, and this is very much around again the union. But this diamond consciousness, this diamond awareness, is symbolic of the fifth dimensional reality, the fifth dimensional frequency, the fifth dimensional vibration that's manifesting for many of us at the moment. And all we have to do is, as beings, is start to again open up to this infinite source, this untapped source of a resource that's within all of us. And all we have to do is start to align with it and unify with it. And the more we do that, then we start to see that from our inner source we have vibrations, infinite resource of infinite vibrations, infinite choices, and start to live where there is no limitation. There is only the infinite. And this is the real shift in key consciousness, moving from a 3D reality to the 5D reality, is living within the infinite, not in limitation. And this is what I feel I want to talk about, and this is what I feel is bringing the transformation for many of us. As if we shift our awareness from limitation to the infinite, then we start to see this infinite flow and source energy come online, and we live from that source. We live in vibration and frequency, and we live in infinite, the infinite eternal moment, the oneness vibration, where we make choices and we become this aligned with this infinite resource, which is source energy. That's the insight for today.